I don't know.
I think every rancher or farmer is thinking of the land all the time, because that's what you got to work with. And it's just like you taking care of your automobile or anything else. Well, you kind of feel like you want to take care of the land.
Places like Soapstone have been ranched for generations. Before that, Native Americans used the properties. Before that, Folsom people were on the property. So it has this continual connection, to human use in the Front Range. It's really a pretty unique situation in the Front Range of Colorado, where development has occurred rapidly. It's a very large piece of landscape that's left intact. So as an ecologist, that's pretty exciting, because it's really an opportunity to see natural processes still occur on the landscape and be under situations where the plants and animals have evolved.
So when you go out to Soapstone Natural Area, what you see is swift fox, grassland birds such as McCowan's longspurs, mountain plovers. All of those species are found only on the shortgrass prairie. And when you go out to Soapstone, that's what you see. And I tell you, it can relax our shoulders. We get excited when we see those birds. We get excited when we see the grass. We get excited when we see the swift fox, the golden eagles, the bald eagles. It's a very intact system. And so that is a unique feature. The driving ecological forces that maintain that system: grazing, drought, and fires. And when you think about grazing, what does grazing mean? Well, if you think about grass in your yard, what do? You mow it, right? And why do you mow it? It increases the growth. The productivity is much higher if you mow it. If you don't mow it, at some point it just stops growing. So you mow it. It's the same out in the grassland. The grassland has evolved with grazing. So prior to ranchers being here, we had bison. There was probably 30 million bison on the Great Plains. Again, 80 million pronghorn out there. And if you look at the grassland birds that are out there, they actually like different structure. Some of them like tall grass, some of them like medium grass, some of them like short grass. And if you're going to get that different structure, the way you get that is with fire, grazing, and drought. And so if you were to take grazing off of Soapstone, that would be a disturbance. It'd be like taking fires out of the ponderosa pine. So if you're interested in protecting wildlife, you want the productivity of the grasslands to be high. Productivity is higher if you have some kind of grazing.
So many people have said to us, you guys have really taken good care of that place. And the conservation that has been done on it is because of the founders, you might say. I mean, it isn't just us that made it. I mean, there's 40 years of history. I mean, the Dave Losleys and the Matsudas and the people way before me that started this, that took care of it. I mean, took care of it before the droughts and the floods, and in that land, that grass that's there, that took care of it and left it the way it is today. So the caretakers of the land was agriculture. We're a crusty old bunch, but you know, underneath that is a part of it that that really do care for the land and care for the history and would like to see it continue.